sing Van Halen, Jr.? That ain't what Tommy Lee Roth is saying. He's saying cannonball. 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 Oh, 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 oh. It's cannonball.
No, it's not, Pa. It's had enough. I'll look it up right now and see who's right.
You're gonna be wrong, Junior.
Hello? How are you? Have you been alright? To all those lonely,
What do you want? Ronnie, 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 I'll go on living and keep on forgiving because you are my favorite scammer.
I'm not a scammer, Junior. I work hard for my money. So hard for my money. I work hard for my money, so you better treat me right.
You never worked a day in your life. If I dropped $5 on the ground right now, you would go on, take the money, and run. Arr, doggy.
You got that right, Pa. If it's one thing the brains or Cyndi Lauper taught me, it's that money. Money changes everything. That's right, money. Money changes everything.
Oh, come on, I'm not a bad guy. Say I'm going round making girls cry. You know that it's a lie.
So what do you want, Ronnie? What are you doing here?
I got a hot new product. It's gonna save you time and money.
I don't want any more of your junk. Ronnie trying to sell me more junk. Junk. Ronnie's junk needs to be in the scrap barrel. Junk.
Yeah, Ronnie. You're no good. You're no good. You're no good. Ronnie, you're no good. You're no good.
Oh, come on, guys. Don't stop believing that Ronnie would steer you wrong.
All right, Ronnie, I think it's time to get down to the heart of the matter.
Sure thing, Taryl, before your will gets weak. If you want it, here it is, come and get it. But you better hurry, cause it's going fast.
Wow, Ronnie. For once, you got what I need. So you know what? I got 5 on it. I'll take one.
Gonna need more than that. Maybe add a couple zeros. Then it's yours.
Really? That's all? I call that a bargain. The best I ever had. The best I ever had.
Really? That was the best bargain you ever had?
No, but I guess I'm gonna take it. You know I'm gonna take it. I think I'm gonna take it after all. Pterodactyl here. Today's video is going to be on this here McCulloch, or maybe you call it McCulloch. I call it McCulloch. Vintage model 15 Mac chainsaw. This is a Mac 15. And this saw was manufactured between the years of 1962 and around 1967 is when they quit making it. And look at this thing. It's a beast. It's 80 cc's. And I got this from Bucket's Garage. He gave this to me when we were in Portland. So I cleaned it up because it was pretty dirty. Kind of evaluated it before we did the video. and it had no spark. But again, a lot of times it's just a matter of popping the flywheel off and cleaning the points, and that's what I did. Clean the points. It seems to have the compression. And another thing I had to do was I had pulled the spark plug out and I sprayed a bunch of penetrating oil down in the cylinder because it was pulling kind of hard. And I took the plug out and pulled it a bunch of times and it did loosen up. And that may be just from sitting. But it's pretty complete other than the little ribbon air filters missing and the little cover that goes on the back. So obviously they probably took that off to try to get it running and then couldn't get it running and lost those parts and put it on the back burner. But other than that, everything is here. It's pretty complete. Check this thing out. This is the clutch. And it's got a little cover on it. And it's wide open. No safety. Throw safety to the wind. There's the muffin. And the oiler works. Look right here. It works. Manual oiler. And it's still got oil in the tank. So I shot a little dinosaur farts in there. Got my little can with some 2-cycle mix in there. Spray a little bit in there. Now I got to put this thing on the ground to try to pull it, just to show you that it will run. So it will start. We just got to go through the carburetor. Now it's got a very simple Tillotson carburetor on it. Now I got to put my spectacles on. So I took it apart, and it's got this diaphragm in there, which is hard as a carp. As hard as carp scales. So I looked up a Tillotson DG2HL or a DG5HL carburetor, and I got this kit from Stens. There's the part number. And it comes with all these parts. This isn't a DG2HL or a 5HL. This is a different HL carburetor. So it comes with a new manifold gasket, which is the same. And it comes with the new diaphragm. And if you look, it's the same. The little button's the same. So that's mainly why I bought it. These parts I'm not going to use. This fuel pump and this little cork washer. I don't need any of that. I only need these gaskets here. The original intake gasket here is still in good condition, but it's a little hard. So I'll just replace it. So this is a real simple carburetor, simple and basic. Here's the throttle link. See how simple they made things back in the day? Just basic and simple. 80 cc's, you know what this would be good for? Take it apart and put on a mini bike or a go-kart. At 80 cc's. So everything in here looked good. The needle isn't stuck. It's kind of cleaned it up. So I'm just going to put a new diaphragm and we'll put it back on the saw, and we'll put some dinosaur juice in there. soon as I get it lined up, there we go. That's, come on, little doggy. Gotta make sure it lines up. Nope. It only goes on a certain way, this cover. There we go. Alright, goes on just like that. Want to make sure it didn't move. Alright. Put the screws back in, tighten it down. Put some dinosaur juice in there. And we'll see if it'll stay running. If it'll start and run. Here's the old gasket. Here's the new one. It matches up. The holes line up. It's just mainly this hole right here we need to line up. And then I got to put this throttle link in, and I believe it goes like this. It's been a while since I took it off. Been a while. And then you just hook it into here. Pretty simple, huh? And then the tricky part is just getting the nuts. Getting that washer. And these locking nuts on there. That's going to be the hardest. This is the hardest part. You probably thought, the waiting is the hardest part. More singing. You like our little skit? The waiting for Taryl to fix this saw is the hardest part. Stop singing! Like I said, this is the trickiest part here. It's a locking nut. You can see the little points, the little triangular shape on the outside, where the other side is just smooth. So we're going to want to keep that to the outside, if I can get it in there. Get it started. Just got to get it to catch. There we go. Installing the carburetor is the hardest part. See, I didn't get it on there. Let me try these real fine needle nose. Get it on there. There we go. Dang it! Like watching me fumble around? Probably gonna have to put some kind of grease on it to get it to stick. took less time to take the carburetor off and rebuild it than it did to get these two stupid nuts and use the old octopus fingers. That's why you got to have those little, you got to have the nut on the right way. That's why you got to have the little triangular part on the outside. Because you'll never get it to start if you got it flipped around. All right, we got it started. Now I just got to do the same to the other side. And then now I'll sing the doors. Put the carburetor round nut on the other side. That's break on through to the other side. Break that chainsaw onto the other side. This is trickier yet because the throttle's in the way. All right, this side's a little harder to get at because of the throttle in the way, so I put a little grease on there to help stick it. Help it to stick on there to keep from falling off on me. And again, the little points out if yours has that on there. You gotta be like a surgeon here. I'm gonna try to put some pressure on it with the screwdriver, and then I gotta get in under here. There we go. This side went on a lot easier than that side that I was fumbling around with. I know some of you are probably yelling at the screen, put some grease on it! Put some grease on it, Taryl! Now how am I going to get in there with the wrench? Alright. I'm going to need a socket. I got a 7/16 in this. Oh yeah. Can I get in there with this? Yep. This little baby fits right in there. Now all I got to do is hold the one end. Still having a hard time getting the wrench to lock on the slats. There we go. Nope. That's why you gotta have all these different tools. This is a nice set. This is a nice set that a fan had sent us. And of course somebody lost the 1/2-inch socket. This is a nice little set. Thank you. I can't remember who it was. Now I got to tighten the other side. Oh, what am I putting it away for, knucklehead? You got to tighten the other side, knucklehead. I mean, Taryl. All right, hook up the fuel line. And throttle works. Now we're ready for the dinosaur juice. Tank's pretty clean. It's got a little bit of rust in there, but it's pretty clean in there. And then we'll fire it up, 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 fire it up. Where's he at? Fire it up, fire it up, fire. Keeps disappearing. Always like to give it a little shake. This is pure synthetic 50-to-1 mix is what I'm using. This saw calls for 20-to-1. But if you use any of the modern, full synthetic, 2-cycle oils that they have today compared to what they used back in the 60s, you'll be okay. That full synthetic mixed at 50-to-1 is a multi-ratio oil. No, it's not. You're gonna ruin that vintage saw. You need to put the right oil in it. I did put the right oil in it. All right, I got the choke on. Now I just kicked it. Fingers crossed. Woo! Woo! That's a good sign. Wow, it started right away. Didn't need much, that saw, but let me tell you something. My hands are vibrating right now. This saw has no anti-vibration devices on it at all. It's got that open clutch cover. It's got that super loud muffkin on it. It has absolutely no safeties on it at all. It is a very unsafe chainsaw, and I love it. I love it. Danger. This thing's got danger written all over it. And you know what women like? Women like the bad boy. So if you got one of these. Oh, look at Johnny over there with that chainsaw. He's a bad boy with that unsafe chainsaw. I like him. All right, let's go out and cut with this thing. Let's see if it'll cut some wood. And then chicks will start flocking to me. Because I'm a bad boy. All right, I took a closer look at the chain and it was pretty dull, so I took it off and sharpened it. And this has got a 16-inch bar on it. And this is 404 pitch chain. This isn't 3/8 or 3/8 low profile or 325. This is 404. So that's about 5/8 chain pitch on it. Now, there's no air filter on it, but if it ingests a little bit of sawdust, that's not going to hurt the saw. It's not going to burn it up. What burns up chainsaws is if it runs lean. And usually, if they're running lean, a lot of times it's because of the fuel filter in the tank gets plugged up from sawdust. That'll make it run lean and burn it up, or if it's got a vacuum leak. But a little bit of sawdust isn't gonna burn up the saw. So let's see if it'll cut. It'd probably help if I turned it on. Now I probably flooded it. She runs pretty good. She got plenty of power, 80 cc's. Rattling my eardrum, I should probably have hearing protection on. Rattling this eardrum, but I'm tough. You're a real tough guy, stupid. Put earplugs in, you stupid dummy, dummy. All right, let's take it back in the shop, and then I'm going to tell you what we're going to do with it next. That's right, we're going to smash it with a sledgehammer. Let's go in the shop and smash it to bits. Before you do this, make sure you wear safety glasses. So, I got the sledgehammer, and you didn't think I was really going to smash that, did you? You probably did. Yeah, Taryl's crazy. I need to drain the gas, the dinosaur juice out of it, and the dinosaur syrup for the chain oiler out of it. And then I need to clean it up a little bit. And we've got 4 empty spots in the Taryl Museum on the wall of saws. So I should probably stick it right underneath that other McCulloch that's up there. That other McCulloch that's up there, that's an electric start one. That one has electric start. Can you believe it? They made it for 1 year. I think we did a video on it somewhere. So there you have it, grass rats. Salvage this early 60s. If this thing is from 62, which I don't think it is, because they had a yellow tank and then at some point they painted them black. So this might be later, I'm thinking. I don't know. I'm not a chainsaw expert. So I just fix them. I just make them run. I'm not an expert on all the details. But I did find information that said it was made between 62 and 67. It runs. It's got the original spark plug in it still. We got it running. Thanks, Dennis from Bucket's Garage. He found this, came into the scrapyard. I ended up getting it. I ended up paying it. I had to buy it. I didn't get it for free. But I didn't pay much for it. And it didn't take much to get it running. Clean the points and put that diaphragm in the carburetor. And it runs. And it works. And it's got power. You just need an air filter, but it's not like I'm going to use it because it's going on the wall. So thanks for watching, grass rats. Subscribe to this YouTube channel if you already haven't subscribed. Hit the like buttons and all that stuff. Follow me with your antique chainsaws on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Remember TikTok? Yeah, that didn't last very long, did it? It's a little band. It's back in full force. Go to our web store, check out the stuff we got there, like this beautiful, gently used work shirts. These are actual work shirts. And we got different colors and different styles and different sizes. You got to go to the website and check it out, because this shirt would look good on you. That's right, you. And as always, there's your dinner. Woo! Fixing another one. 60-some years old. Come on, old boy. You got to go up and rest on the wall. The wall of saws. You made it. You finally made it to the prestigious wall of saws. You know what, Ronnie? When you first started coming around here, I was crying when I missed you. Then I was dying to forget you. But for once, I'm glad you came around today with your helpful revolutionary tool.
Yeah, well, we don't have the money to pay you right now, so we'll get you later.
All right, Junior, I trust you because you're Taryl, son. I know this world is full of poo, but I trust you, Taryl, son. Your word is true.
And don't worry, I'm not gonna leave you hanging on the telephone. Don't leave you hanging on the telephone.
Don't you forget about me. Don't you forget about Ronnie.
Hey, Ronnie, don't come into my shop pointing your plastic finger at me.
I'm not Taryl. Junior said he was gonna call me next week. Junior, don't lose my number. You don't wanna call nobody else. Write me a check and put it in an envelope and address it to Ronwell.
Don't worry, Ronnie. Don't worry. Everything will work out fine.
All right, guys, I got a scoop. I gotta catch my flight to Panama. Panama.
That's not how that song goes. It goes cannonball. Cannonball, cannonball. That's how it goes.
No, that's not it, Pa. It's had enough. Had enough, had enough. Tommy Lee Rock, baby, yeah.
No, you idiots. You're both wrong. It's Panama. That's the name of the song.
Oh, he's right, Pa. Turns out it was just like Ronnie said. I said, just like Ronnie said.
Be my scammer, baby.
Oh, my darling.
Ho, 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 ho.
Okay, Ronnie, I want to see you go out that door, baby. Bye, bye, bye.
Bye, bye.
Hand me my hat. Excuse me, man. Where's the door?
You didn't have a hat, and you know where the door is.
All right, fellas, I got a jet. Have a good one. Vacation, all I ever wanted. Vacation, need to get away. Vacation, meant to be spent alone. Vacation, all I ever wanted. Vacation.